Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your mid-April 2016 monthly tarot horoscopes. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Taurus. And I am back using my regular Shadowscapes deck by Stephanie Moon Law. Haven't been saying that in my other videos. I keep forgetting, but anyways, it is my regular Shadowscapes deck, and I had intended to phase out my mid-month readings, but back by popular demand, I'm trying to get them out for everyone. So that's why I'm doing this. And for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. Excuse me, I do have a website. It's called oracledaphne.com. The way to book a reading is by emailing me, actually, letting me know a day or time that you want to book. You can't book a reading through my website. So if you go to my website expecting to book a reading, you just can't. You can't confirm through my calendar page. People have been getting better though, and I do want to say thank you for not posting comments on my calendar page, which is different than posting a comment under my videos. I do like interacting with my clients and subscribers and followers, especially on Twitter. Anybody who tweets me on Twitter, I do try to get back to everybody. So you can follow me on Twitter at Oracle Daphne. But I'm going on a tangent here. I sort of lost my train of thought. I think I was saying, oh yeah, so people have, been better about not posting comments on my calendar page, but on my website. So just know that you can't book a reading that way, but you can email me, elizabetholson31@gmail, should you want to do a private reading. So for those of you who are new also, these videos are for the last 2 to 3 weeks in April of the month, and it may kind of go a little bit into May, but that's kind of like what the time frame on these videos are for. But it's really just to kind of check in and see how things have shifted from the beginning of the month until now. Okay, so decent shot. That's what I want to say. I don't know why. I mean, overall, it's interesting. You got the Death card in the same position as, who was it? I think it was Pisces. I'm pretty sure it was. Could have also been Aquarius, but it could be a Pisces. You also may be in a relationship to an Aries, so there may be Taurus, Pisces, Taurus, Aries combinations here. Taurus, Aquarius also, because you have the Death card as the foundation. Now, this means that there's a lot of change happening for you basically throughout the rest of the month. Mid-month going forward, you may have already gone through a lot of changes, but the Death card as the foundation means that things are going to continue to change. Change is the major element that's going on in April for a lot of you. You may have moved, you may have changed jobs, you may have changed perspectives on life, you may have changed partners. If you are in a relationship, you may be going through a divorce or a breakup, because this card here really ushers in the new. It takes out the old. So, you have the Temperance card in the immediate future, which can be legal separation, or contemplation of illegal separation. This can also indicate needing to take more alone time, or spending a lot of time, too much time in solitude, one or the other, and or having mood swings, like very strong mood swings. So like the beginning of the day, things are good, life is good. Then towards the end of the day, you like want to rip your hair out or rip somebody's hair out. So it's, you know, this is also bottling and popping, which is like, you know, temper issues. So Taurus generally is more even keel than this, but I feel like this is more of a legal card for you because you do have the Lover's card crowning you. So for a lot of you, you're married. If you are married, you may be going through, you may have issues within your relationship. You have both cards about separation here. We have the Page of Swords in the past and the Temperance card in the future. Immediate future. So immediate past and immediate future. So it's to me, it's just so strong. There may be some waiting of something regarding, you know, maybe legal resolution on some element, because you've got two cards in the very center of everything where there's this very disconnected energy. So you may be at a distance from your partner. You may want to distance yourself from your partner. You may not be talking to your partner. If you are in a loving, happy relationship, I feel like there may be other elements that are going on with you. You may be, again, having some temper issues. You may be going through sort of like a transformation when it comes to your perspective or things that are going on in your life. I mean, you can be married and still have separate identity, right? So your separate identity, Taurus, especially Taurus females, is called into question here, okay? Who you are, okay? And there's this disconnect because we have the girl who's like needing alone time, takes time for herself, wants to cut everything off. To me, this is more Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, Aquarius energy in the center here, though. But then we have the waiting card. So to me, you have the waiting card, and it's just sort of disconnect. Like it's sort of like you're waiting for things to change, or you're waiting to get married, or you're waiting for because it's all linking up, or you're waiting for some kind of legal resolution if you've got anything legal going on. You know, you may be waiting for someone to come back from the past as well. But I feel like if it's, you know, you're a Taurus male, you know, you may be contemplating getting back with an ex, okay? I don't know. I just feel like you may be Taurus female also contemplating getting back with an ex. You may also be involved in some kind of love affair where this is a love triangle. You've got, you know, one guy and two different women, or three different women, okay, which would be a quad situation. But there's some element here of like a love triangle because there's several women and really only one lover's at the top. Now, if you are happily married, you may have been going through some kind of financial thing in the recent past where you may have been going through like a kind of a time of hardship for a long period of time. And the Page of Swords is also being lifted up out of hardship. So financially, things may be improving for you. It's very odd for Taurus to be in kind of a funk. I feel like you're not totally entirely yourself. Again, there's a change. There's something going on with changes in your life that need to happen, or maybe have happened. And this is changing your perspective. This is changing who you are. Because you have this element of waiting in the center, and this element of the, you know, the Four of Cups is like the breakup, one of the breakup cards where it's like you're wallowing in sort of despair, or like you kind of have some mild depression about a relationship that ended, or to me, this is an unhappy relationship too. Like if you're in a relationship and you're going, God, this really sucks. You know, maybe you're waiting to move out, or maybe you're waiting for the other person to move out, or you're waiting to, you know, to separate on some level. You know, something's not, you know, totally moving yet. And you do have the Seven of Pentacles showing up later, which is, again, being patient, waiting for the time to be ripe, to make a move, for things to happen. So to me, this is like, to me, the energy is sort of stagnant. It's stagnant, but at the same time, the universe is, the way that I see it is, you are stagnant in the center. Things are stagnant in the center. you know, Taurus, guys, male, female, doesn't matter. You know, to me, the Nine of Wands is you, okay? Sitting there, very, you know, you got the animal there with the horns, okay, right? So you're very, like, you're very patient, but there's this element of sadness, loneliness, depression, disconnect from others, maybe from your partner, maybe from your children. There's this element of wanting things to be a certain way. It's living the dream, not the reality, okay? So you may also have some strong water in your chart, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You may have dated a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio and you recently broke up with them, especially if you're a Taurus guy. If you're a Taurus guy, I feel like you are very, you know, you're living in a way in the past. You're not living in the future. You're living way, way, way in the past, and you are very much disconnected from reality, the reality of what's going on around you. You're not seeing what's going on around you. It's like you have your head buried in the sand, or you don't want to see what's going on around you. And everything else around you is strong, like, change elements. So the Death card is like the universe is like saying you need to change, you need to grow, you need things to happen, you need to change your perspective, change your resonance, change your relationship. And there's an element of maybe you don't want to, maybe you do want things to stay the same, or you are living in the past, you're not living in the present. So there is the book The Power of Now, which I definitely think you should read, okay? Because there's a strong disconnect in the center of everything, which is you. I feel like you are disconnected from the people in your life, and what's going on. I mean, literally, I feel like you don't see what's happening. And it's sort of like if you were to wake up, if you were to look up, if you were to look out, if you were to go out, you would meet the love of your life. You would have a new relationship. You would be lifted up out of hardship. You would realize that the universe, things are happening in divine timing. So things that are going on around you are all very divine, okay? They're all, like, it's happening not when you want it to happen, it's happening when the universe wants it to happen, and that can be very frustrating for a Taurus. That can be, okay? But, so it's important not to live in the past, but also not to be caught up in what could be or what's going to happen in the future. I do feel like there's a fluctuation between both those things. Either you're living in the past, there's all these cards that are looking back at the past, or not even looking out. You're looking down. You're looking like, it's sort of like you've got your blinders on, and this is how you're looking. You're looking like this. It's like you can't see what else is going on around you clearly. Your perception of reality is off, okay? And the reason that is because the universe is trying to change your perspective. They're saying, okay, see things, even if things don't happen your way when you want them to happen, things are happening in a divine way. Even if you don't meet the person who you expect to meet when you want to meet them, you're still going to have romance and a relationship come into your life. I feel like the new is coming in, the old is going out, because that's part of the Death card. The universe is saying to you, you need to be careful of your temper, and you need to make sure you're not spending too much time alone. If you spend too much time alone, you will be completely disconnected. Like, you need to go out. You need to get back your mojo back, okay? Similar to Aries, maybe a relationship with an Aries, but you may also have some strong Aries in your chart somewhere. There's a lot of fire. There's a lot of fire elements here. There's also some Cancer elements too, Pisces elements. There's also the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius element too, because the Temperance and the Page of Swords to me are young females. You may be dating, again, young females. This could be girl, guy, young males, yeah, other Tauruses. But I don't feel, sorry, it was young Gemini, Aquarius, Libra females, or young Gemini, Libra, Aquarius males. That's what I meant to say. You're not blocked by anything per se in this reading, except the fact that I feel like you're really disconnected. I do. I feel like you're living in the past or the future of what things could be, but you never really get to it. It's sort of like there's this ho-hum energy. It's not good when Taurus gets depressed. I feel like you're depressed. I feel like you need a shot in the arm. You know, you need me to kind of smack you over the head, to snap you out of it, and like bring you back to life. We need those like clear charge energies. You know, that's what we need. We need you to just kind of like bounce back into life. And like how my boobs totally bounced there, they really did. Okay. Anyways, the point here, is that you need to kind of get back in your groove. I want to say some of you need to travel. Okay. Some of you need to travel. Some of you need to take a trip, get your space. You know, Taurus ladies especially, you need to clear your head. Okay. Some of you need also to do like professional counseling. Okay. Some of you just, you want things to happen quickly, faster. Like you're like, why isn't things happening any faster? But I feel like the problem is it's just this divine timing issue. There's nothing that you can do about it. It's sort of like you want to make things happen when you want them to happen, and the universe is saying, sorry, sweetheart, this isn't going to happen the way you want it to happen. And it sucks. It really does suck. And so I totally sympathize there. But I feel like some of you you're not making the decision to do things differently. And so therefore, you know, you may want things, you're depressed because you're like, either you want something to happen and it's not, or you're depressed because, you haven't taken any action to make things change because you want things to stay exactly as they are. So there's two things going on. There's this control element of like needing it to be exactly as you want it, and then there's this depressed element, and stubborn element, which doesn't want anything to change, doesn't want anything to happen, and doesn't want to face any realities, okay? The reality is actually, I don't see a lot of negativity here, except it's self-imposed negativity. It's living in that bubble, that dream, that fantasy world of what could be, and not accepting or being grateful, because I feel like the key word here is gratitude too. The more grateful you are, the more you put positive emotion into your prayers, into your manifestation, the faster things happen. So like if you're constantly in that place of desperation, or if you're constantly in that place of like needing to control it and making it happen, which is, everybody does it, but like when you're in that place, it doesn't make things happen faster. It actually stalls things, it pushes things off. So it's important for you to be very grateful for every little thing that you can think of in your life that's positive, and be more positive, and try to perk yourself up in any way that's possible. Like get some flowers for your house, your apartment, you know, do something fun. Taurus needs to have fun. If you get too bogged down in work, if you get too bogged down in responsibilities, you're not having any fun, and that's an unhappy Taurus, okay? You need to make the decision, some decisions, towards the middle of April, towards the middle to the end, I'd say, you know, about moving on from negativity, speaking up for yourself, learning to draw your battle lines, which is your, you know, the point in which you will go no further, you know. Learning to move on from things that aren't working for you in your life. That's the Ace of Swords. Some of you are over being single. Some of you want a relationship. You want romance. Some of you, you're in a relationship. You have romance, but you're also disconnected. So in some way, either you have a long distance relationship with a partner, you're in love with someone who's far away from you, like, and being in love with a celebrity doesn't count, okay? Just saying. I mean, some people take it to another level, okay? But this is like being in love with someone who's not in your life. So it's a fantasy. You're living in this fantasy, this dream world, and you need to make the some decisions, okay, about and speaking up for yourself, and what is it that you really want, and go for it, and move on from negativity. But this is also putting down the sword and not fighting a battle, like a losing battle. You need to choose your battles carefully. That's what's coming to me. You need to pick your battles carefully. If you are in a partnership, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, you need to be careful, because I feel like it's easy for you to get bogged down into conflict, because you got the Knight of Swords later, down the line here towards the end of April. So the message here emotionally for you to be happy is to not fight, is to not have conflict. The problem is you need to learn conflict resolution. You need to learn the difference between speaking up for yourself, setting healthy boundaries, telling people what you think, being open and honest and truthful, okay? Using your sword of truth to speak the truth. And because some people see when you are so afraid that if they speak their truth, it's going to get them into a conflict. Not always, okay? Not always, because if you're speaking your truth, people cannot argue with that sometimes. I mean, sometimes, yes, they can, but if you're being honest and you're being open, it's gonna kind of create a fresh energy. It's gonna be, instead of you not saying anything at all, which is this stuck energy of like stagnancy, it's going to free up. People are going to be like, oh, okay, well, she really doesn't want it this way, or she really wants this, or we're going to have to change, what our plans are because of what he thinks or what he wants, So there's going to be, Taurus, when you speak your mind, it's powerful. Okay, because Taurus is not really good with words. Taurus is like really good with actions. But when you say something that's from the heart and that's well thought out, and you speak your mind, it carries a lot of weight. Okay, so don't be afraid to do that. Yes, it may cause conflict, but I don't see you speaking your truth as the thing that's causing the conflict. What's causing the conflict is you not speaking the truth, not saying what's on your mind, not setting healthy boundaries. I still hear in my head that you're afraid to speak up for yourself. You're afraid. You are very, very afraid, and you need to stop. That needs to stop. Because, like I just said, speaking your truth is powerful. You have the Two of Wands coming in from the outside, which is sitting on top of the world. This is a great card if you're going into real estate, you're doing anything with real estate, or buying and selling properties. Really great card for that. This is also, some people like really want to be in a place of power, like higher, but again, your words are powerful. You are powerful. So you don't have to be, just so you know, you don't have to have the most high-powered job to be powerful, okay? Just so you know. Some of you want to, though, go forward into a place of, climb the ladder to the top. And some of you already are kind of at the top. You're working hard. You've gotten someplace. You've worked hard in your career. And this is being at the top. This is a time in which you've arrived, okay? So feeling like you're at the top. There may be some frustration that maybe, you haven't felt that way in the past. But I feel like for you, this is a job, too. This can indicate a new job. I feel like for most people, like it's a job that you've had for a while, something that you're really good at. This is putting in the time, the effort, the dedication to get somewhere in your career. The next step after this is retirement. So some of you may be older, and you're planning ahead. This is planning for retirement. Again, there's an element of looking at the past and not really knowing what comes next, fantasizing about the future. And you do have the Star card similar to the Aquarius in the position of your attitude. So again, you may have some strong Aquarius in your chart, be in a relationship with an Aquarius, you know, but this is also going through a time of transition. So because of this, you may be coming out of a time where you had, again, there's a lack, time of hardship, time where you had to work very hard for what you have, and you're coming to the beach, which is filled with prosperity and abundance. So at least that's what you want, okay? But I also do feel like it's a passageway, it's a doorway to something better, okay? And the outcome is the Judgment card, the fresh start, starting over, starting new. So whether you want to or not, ready or not, here it comes. You're starting over. That's kind of how I see it. You're starting doing something new towards the end of April. Either you're planning on starting over in a relationship. You know, I feel like towards the end of April, the energies will be a lot softer. The sun will be in your sign. We'll be out of this Aries, tense, you know, fiery energy that always happens, you know, in April. But it's a tense energy and it's a tense time. So it's kind of, it may be rubbing you the wrong way. Okay, it may just be kind of like you know, April may have been a very frustrating month for you, and you may get to a point towards the end of April where you're like, okay, you have two decisions to make. Well, two decisions. Or you know, okay, so sorry, it's one decision to make about you have two options, okay? One is to move on entirely and do something new, start over, okay? Whether it's a new job, new relationship, new, everything new house, new family, new life, everything, okay? Wash your hands of the old and move on. Or you can wait. You can wait until, you know, the cows come home, till the bulls come home, till the Taurus comes home, for things to change. And I don't necessarily feel like one is better than the other. I just feel like I feel like in a way there's an element of stubbornness that where you don't necessarily want to start over. You're like, I don't want to start fresh. I don't want to get a divorce, or I don't want to be in a new relationship, or I don't want a new job. I don't want to do anything new. And that's okay, but you'll still be waiting for life to begin. You'll be waiting and waiting and waiting for something better to come along, or because you're trying to control it, okay? And the thing is, what you need to do is you just need to embrace this change. I feel like it's not going to serve you. You're going to be stuck in a cycle. You're going to be stuck in that bubble, that fantasy bubble. Your life will become pure fantasy if you do not start over and start fresh. I'm just going to say. That's what it seems to me. It's sort of like you'll be frozen in time. You know, you'll be Brigadoon. But the problem is you have some major arcana cards here. And when you have this, it's impossible to resist it. You'll just, okay, so this is what'll happen. Okay, I'm telling you two things. If you resist it, you'll just go around in circles. That's it. You'll be like waiting, you'll be wondering, and there will be complete disconnect from reality in the sense that nothing will change. Nothing. And things will start to disintegrate. Things will start to fall apart. Things will start to really become hell. You'll sink into depression, and you won't be able to get out of it unless you make the choice to do so. So it's really up to you. You need to decide that you're going to move forward and that you're going to make some healthy choices in your life and start fresh. Should you not do so, again, you will be going around in a circle and nothing will be accomplished, and you will be living in the past. And that's not what I would suggest for you. It is your option. It is, you know, everybody has free will, but I don't suggest it because things will just start to become hell and you will be very depressed. And some people are like, well, I don't care. I just want what I want. That's fine. But change happens to everyone, whether you're poor or rich or any shade of gray in between. It's just one of those things. So I have given you a lot to think about. Hopefully I have covered pretty much all the areas that I could cover here in a general reading for you. And definitely email me if you'd like a private reading. I'd love to do one for you. And I wish you guys all the best. I thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, Google Plusing. Really appreciate it. And I send you big hugs like I always do. Big hugs. Big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. All right, take care. All the best. Bye.